Well, if you were just watching that film, that was absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that we were able to show it this year.
Yeah.
And so now we're doing our second check-in at Apex Protection Project today. I'm Paula, and this is Steve, and we are Apex Protection Project. We're also the co-founders of Sedona Wolf Week with our friends at Plan B to Save Wolves. And this morning, you got to see a little bit about who we are, and now we're bringing you behind the scenes because we want to share our pack at our sanctuary and what it is that we do with you in a way that we can't do this year, because normally we would be live and we'd be sharing our pack with you that way. But we decided to take you behind the scenes this year and do some fun things that way.
So we're going to show you some things that most people don't get to see unless they're volunteers here. And we're going to really take you behind the scenes. And we're going to start tonight or this afternoon with a little segment that we call When They Were Tadpoles. Normally, we would not rescue puppies because people don't have puppies to be rescued. Generally, they are adults that they've had for a while. But 5 years ago, we rescued Thor and Loki and another little girl, their sister, called Luna. And they were brought to us from a backyard breeding situation at 3.5 weeks old. And we had to learn all about how to feed puppies, how to bottle feed. We haven't had a baby. We haven't had a puppy. We didn't know what we were doing. And so we're going to share this 9 minutes of never before seen footage about Thor and Loki and their sister. And I just want to mention that there are 3 puppies in this video, and Thor and Loki are living with us. And Luna is living with another family in a wonderful place. She's not with us anymore, but she's still with us, if you know what I mean. So I don't want you to watch the video.
That's terrible.
Well, she is. I mean, I don't want people watching the video and worrying.
No,
that she's not. She's very, very
raising
happy.
3 puppies was just really overwhelming, and she actually fell in love with our friends who also have a sanctuary, and so they adopted her into their family, so she's doing just fine.
Yeah. So this video we've entitled When They Were Tadpoles. It's a little bit of a fairy tale and a story that I like to tell to Thor once in a while because he really enjoys it. So please enjoy this, and we will be back in about 9 minutes
for a Q&A.
With a live Q&A. So enjoy When They Were Tadpoles.
Do you remember when you were a baby? Huh? Do you? I raised you from a tadpole. A tiny little tadpole, yeah. Do you remember? I know you do.
In the very beginning, I had to feed you from a syringe because you didn't even know how to use a bottle. And then one day you were licking the milk off my fingers, and you started sucking on the end of my finger. And I knew you were growing up and you were ready for a bottle. We had to get up every 2 hours and make your special formula. We were exhausted. It involved mixing all kinds of stuff together. We were sleepy, but we did it. Paula would shake it up in the kitchen. Then we'd have to warm it up on the stove. And once it was ready, we would put it in your baby bottles and wake you up. Before we knew it, you were drinking that milk like there was no tomorrow. You drank it so fast sometimes we had to slow you down. And you started to grow and grow.
So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we just finished feeding, and we like to bring them in here because this is like like a little play area for them while we're cleaning up their area. I was just saying how they're like little superheroes. They're growing so fast, and just yesterday they couldn't even walk on this floor. They couldn't figure it out, and now they're just chugging around and teasing each other. It's amazing. how fast they're growing. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up in there, and what we do after they eat is the mom will clean them, give them a nice bath and clean them up. So one of us cleans out their kennel, the other one of us will get a nice warm washcloth and bathe them, especially since they just pooped and peed all over the floor.
Probably won't use that. So the mother would normally feed them and then give them a little bath with her tongue, make sure they're nice and clean. When we first got these guys, it was only Sunday, and it's, what is it, Saturday morning now, early Saturday morning, Friday night. And they've grown 10 ounces each, about. And in that time, they're already developing little personalities. She's pooping over them. And we were so delicate with them at first because they seemed like they were so fragile. But they're just tough little monkeys. And you've got to make sure that they've got nothing on them so they're nice and clean when they go back to bed. Okay, that's warm. I think somebody pooped over there, so it's probably not gonna
She did. Okay.
I can smell it. I'm gonna hold.
Okay. Yeah, you want to grab
Got some
one?
tissue.
Oops. Okay, grab. Oh, look at your wrists.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I'll grab.
Okay, come here.
Tissue. And then you want to grab. Oop, this little guy. Oh, everybody's pooping. Good. Right on.
Where are teeth from? Come here, you. Okay, you're always the stinkiest one. You're always covered in something. What is your problem, buddy? What's your deal? Why are you always covered in something? Hmm? Give me that chicken leg. Give me your chicken legs. Your feet are clean. Okay, and your little belly. Your belly clean. Yeah. Okay. There we go. You feel sleepy. What did you say? You're sleepy? You want to go to bed now? Yeah? You want to go to bed? Who loves his papa? Say, I love Apex Protection Project. I love Apex Protection Project. Every day we would socialize you with different people. So you got used to being around everybody. You always loved people.
I'm making your food as fast as I can. I am. Are you guys hungry?
And you were always hungry.
Oh my goodness.
Most of the time, all you did was wrestle and play and sleep and poop. I remember Loki's first howl. And then one night we woke up and all of you were howling with the pack. You ate your first food out of a bowl. Loki's learning to eat out of a bowl. You started to get bigger and run around the house. You were such a pretty boy, you and your brother. And then Taboo, she took you under her wing and became your mom.
She wrestled with you every day and always let you win. She'd always pretend to be on the bottom so you could attack her. We would laugh. And then eventually you could come on the hike. Do you remember that? You loved running around on the hill just like you do now. And Kona became your big brother, started to teach you the ways. And Boo was always a gentle mother, watching over you like you were her own. She was so loving and so sweet. And now that time has gone by, and you're 5 years old, you've grown into the handsome young man that I knew you would. Both of you have grown into fine young men. And I'm very, very proud of you.
Hey guys, we're live. What an amazing video. So wonderful to see those little puppies. Oh my gosh, they were adorable. I remember the first time I went to your house to visit you, it was to see those two little Muppets, and I can't believe how grown up they are.
Yeah. They were supposed to be sitting here on the couch with us, but they're refusing to cooperate.
So they're just gonna be wandering around.
What happens when you go live?
We've got herding with us.
Yes, good to see you. Good to see you again. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is we saw a lot of food making in that video. And I know that Thor has, some special needs. And the reason why I want you guys to talk about that a little bit is because we have an amazing auction item where it's Fund the Mission. The funds would go directly to you at Apex to help Thor with his special needs. You guys want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So obviously we didn't know what to feed these guys when we rescued them. So we called Wolf Park and asked them for a wolf pup formula, which included 9 different ingredients at the time. Now you can just buy a powder all these years later and just mix the powder up apparently. But back then it had Gerber's beef, baby food, goat's milk, Caro syrup, red cell supplement, which is used for horses. It has so many yogurt, all kinds of vitamins and stuff that they need for their special needs as wolf dogs. And for the first year, it was really difficult. Once we started transitioning them onto regular food, when they came, they had every parasite under the sun. Their digestion was not very healthy. So we spent the first year at the vet a lot, and we started giving them chicken and experimenting with foods. And Thor especially was having chronic digestive issues, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. Finally, we were able, I think when the age of 2, we were able to diagnose him with inflammatory bowel disease. And he was losing a lot of weight, and he didn't have a lot of energy, and his digestion, you could see he was in pain often and just wasn't doing great on a diet that we were trying to present him. So we started, and with inflammatory bowel disease, he was having an allergic reaction essentially to protein. So we started getting all different kinds of interesting foods. We tried alligator. We tried every exotic meat under the sun that perhaps his body wouldn't have an allergic reaction to, and nothing worked. So finally, we transitioned him onto a hypoallergenic diet, which has been working beautifully for him, although because we're doing this as an auction item because it is very expensive, but he's doing great. He's doing great. He's also on
prednisone, which is a steroid which he takes every other day to help with inflammation, and probiotics for his digestion. So all of that contributes to his health. Loki, he was the runt. I don't know if you noticed, but Thor in the video is like this, and Loki's like this, and now Loki's the linebacker. Thor is our track star. But Loki's healthy as a horse, although he has developed some environmental allergies. But as far as food is concerned, that's how we did it, right?
Yeah. Hi, Loki.
Hi, Loki.
And here he is making an appearance. So for everyone, just to reiterate that in terms of the auction item, which I know has been dropped into the comments, and we'll drop it again, where that link is to bid, for just $100 a month, you can help fund Apex directly to give Thor all that special food that he needs so that he's a happy, healthy wolf dog. We're getting lots of wonderful comments that I just want to share with you guys because they're really touching. Denise says, wow, thank you for sharing that. Our friend Rachel, glad she's watching all day long. Thank you, Rachel. She says, you guys are amazing filmmakers, filling my heart with love. This is so fabulous. This is so cute, so adorable. I think your video touched on, obviously it was very cute, but your video touched on, it's not always easy, right? Getting up every 2 hours, I don't know if you want to elaborate a little bit on what people see as the glamorous life with these wonderful, adorable puppies who are now grown-ups, and where you are today. Like, how many couches have you guys gone through?
Well, this is made up, and that's one of the things, we really need to touch on, that, these guys are hanging out with the crews all around us right now, the team, and these guys are usually on the couch. Loki's a little bit weirded out by all the lights and everything, so he's pacing. But, we have patio furniture in our house. This was a 24/7 thing, and still, just the other day, Thor peed right on the coffee table. I mean, they're not easy to have in your home, and it is a full-time job. It was every bit worth it, but if you have a normal lifestyle, it's probably not the right kind of animal for you to have in your house. Just to say that. But yeah, I mean, you saw how tired I was in the videos. I mean, I look back and I'm like, wow, I think I aged about 10 years back then. We were up every 2 hours. I mean, normally 3.5 weeks old, they should still be with their mother. Their mother was incredibly sick and was saved by a colleague of ours that sent her to the vet, and she was in the vet for quite a long time, actually. And the puppies came to us. And normally they would be being fed by their mother. So it was a big learning curve for us. I mean, I was running around Target at like midnight trying to figure out the right teat for the bottle. And there was a bunch of mothers in there too, like looking at me like, I know how you feel. I'm like, I think it's a different thing. But yeah, so it was an interesting situation. So we, had to get up every 2 hours to feed these guys. And I know mothers out there are going, that's nothing. And you're right, because my hat goes off to you, because this only lasted for a couple of months. It lasts a lot longer with a human baby, but it was mixing the formula every couple of hours and getting up, and we were pretty exhausted. And these guys were, like Paula said, they were very sick, and it took a long while for them to become the fine young men they are today. Look at that guy.
But what you're seeing here now, guys, if you don't know a lot about wolf dogs and such, is that this, to have him so calm on the couch, living in the house with us, even with their crazy behavior sometimes. I mean, this really requires a lot of work. We don't want you thinking it's easy, because it's definitely not, and it's a lifestyle for sure. The only reason that we can do this is because we do it 24/7, and we have no life.
And we have a team of volunteers.
And yeah, we've got an awesome team of volunteers who are here working with them all day, every day as well. So, working with these guys, socializing them and everything takes so much longer. Yeah, so.
Yeah, absolutely. We only have 2. I don't know how you guys do it. There's a very interesting comment here that I absolutely love from Ursula. She says, I look forward to hearing more about what you can learn about ourselves in interpersonal interactions with wolves, and I guess in this case, wolf dogs. So what an interesting comment. What can we learn about ourselves by interacting with these magnificent wolf dogs? What have you guys
I
learned
think
about yourselves?
if you watch tomorrow morning's video, hiking with Riggs and Selena and Loki, um, we talk about, or I talk about, because I'm voiceovering the actual video, a lot about what we can learn from them, but really their connection to the earth is primal. And when you connect with them and you watch them, and I mentioned in the video tomorrow, you'll see that every day for them is new. For us, we get up and we worry about the things we worry about as humans, and we're concerned about everything that's going on in our lives, and we stress and stuff like that. These guys go on the hike every morning. It's the same hike. We do different things some days, but for the most part, it's the same hike. Every day for them is new. Every day is a different hike. Every day there's new smells. Every day there's new bushes to pee on. Every day there's new marks to make in the dirt. I mean, it's brand new for them. And watching them experience the world in this way, I
And they're
think
present.
should
They're
be
just so
they're so present
in the moment.
Yeah, and it should just be a lesson for us. I mean, if we could experience the world the way that they do every day, I think as a human race, we'd be much better off. I mean, also these guys are hardwired to connect with each other. We are too, as humans. We've just forgotten that. We are tribal. We always were. And if you talk to our good friend Philip Folsom, he'll tell you that we are built to be communal beings. We need other people. We've kind of forgotten that and become that lone wolf myth is like the cool myth. And it's not really true. There really are no lone wolves. And if there are, they're usually looking for a pack or they're trying to find other wolves, So just watching these guys connect with each other, learn from each other, and be present is, I think, a gift. And if we could only do that as humans, I think this world would definitely be a better place.
Absolutely. Wow, that was really beautiful, Steve, actually. I've never heard you talk about how every day is a new day for them and remembering our connection, which we talk about. And when we hope Wolf Week also helps people remember their connection to each other as well as all things wild. Pat Berry writes, wolves know how to be here now. Yay, Pat. I love that. And Ursula loved your response to her question. So there you go. You've answered it. We're almost getting ready to wrap up. Do you have any parting comments based on today's episode?
Come on, you have a parting comment. I know you do.
It's only because he. It's just, I think the only comment that I have is how amazing this moment, this first day of Sedona Wolf Week is, having us all come together. And we're so grateful to have everybody here, celebrating the wolf, celebrating wildlife and nature, learning how to protect it. And I'm just so excited to take this week journey with everyone. Thank you so much for your support and for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
There's a lot more to come.
It's gonna be fun.
And we'll be sure to publish the blooper reel afterwards.
It'll be a long one.
But an interesting first day. Thank you for all our fans and supporters for hanging with us. We'll get better as each day progresses. It was great seeing you guys. We're going to sign off and get ready to start the film soon.
Amazing film, by the way.
Yeah,
you have to see this film.
Is great too, so.
Indeed, yes. And we'll see you later. Bye.
All
All right. Bye, guys.
Welcome back to live here at Poco Diablo Resort. They are the sponsor, one of the sponsors of Sedona Wolf Week. They have been every year. We're honored to be here in this room, in this gorgeous environment. Thank you, Poco Diablo. All right, so Apex really came out this time and pulled our heartstrings. Who doesn't like puppies? Let's be honest. Puppies are wonderful. We truly, I felt it. I had people commenting saying that their dogs were listening to the puppies howl and whine and were getting all excited about it. I think
we could take a definite lesson living in the now, being here right now, and enjoying what's all around us every moment of every day. And so thank you, Steve, for saying that. Thank you, Paula, and everybody at Apex for everything that you do every day and reminding us to be here now, just like the wolves and the wolf dogs of the world. Up next, promptly at 4 p.m., is another incredible film. This one will just remind you of how truly interconnected we are. The film is called Ficara. It's filmmaker Cheryl Alexander. She will be with us after the film for a live Q&A. So for all of you who have already registered for Ficara and you have the link, you can switch over to that live stream now. For those of you who are going to stay here on the main stage, we have more video and content for you with the wolves and what they go through every day and the volunteers. So stay tuned, stay with us, continue commenting, continue asking your questions. Those keep us going, and you have no idea how much it means to us, so thank you. For those of you that are moving over to the Ficara film, it will start promptly at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Directly following the film will be a live Q&A. Then I will be back with you, telling you to go back over to the main stage. There will be a few announcements, and we'll have a little daily roundup. So hop over to Ficara. Those of you that are staying on the main stage, thank you for being here. Enjoy the film that we're showing. And for those of you that are on Ficara, we'll be with you shortly. Please stay tuned. 4 p.m. It will be live for you. See you soon.